And I just really, really want to see a lot of early looks from these players. We kind of touched upon in Desk, but Doom and River should be looking for plays, especially around that mid lane. So I'm curious to see if either of them will go for like a cheeky level 2, level 3, anything like that. But yeah, I really, really want a bloody series from these two, given their domestic and more recent cross-conference performances.
As do I. Definitely looking forward to it, especially because so much is on the line for this series. This is a world spot on the line for 2 regions, for the North as well as the South here. So I talked to both Kaze and Dokla beforehand, and they were talking about how much it really would mean to both these organizations with the runs that they have been on this year. And especially for Red with these, you know, Doom, Kaze, and Rebello all being promoted up from Tier 2 and finding some very quick success on this team. Kaze very specifically said, I really want to win, especially for my teammates to be able to get there. So a lot on the line.
And on the other side for the roster, Rivers kind of last hurrah here before, you know, stepping away from pro play at least for a little bit. But expectation, we'll see what that leads to in the future. Right now in the laning phase, we have Dokla in the bottom side, and FBI actually started the game in the top lane.
Yeah, this is something we've been seeing a lot more from, especially if anyone's been watching those LCK playoffs, essentially sending your ranged AD to get that experience against a top lane pick. We saw this from KT. We saw it last night in the T1 Gen G series as well. And yeah, it's kind of the next evolution of a quote-unquote
lane swap. Oh,
right?
The cursed words. Yeah. But, I mean, at least we do still get to see that 2v2. Frost and Rebello with the range advantage do get the wave pushed in, and FBI gets the wave pushed in on FNB in the top side as response.
Yeah, and I mean, down here, it does mean that Red are going to be able to take control of that wave despite, obviously, the kind of laning pressure that you usually come to see from this Nico pick, as Ayla is already headed through mid. We'll see if he wants to mess around with this wave, but probably not.
Yep, on his way back to meet up for the lane swap with his duo, because you arrive there at around 3 minutes and it's all good. The 3-minute timer.
Here too, but Ayla, I mean, if Red go too aggressive, okay, no action there.
Okay, so pretty smooth pathway for him up to the top, and then we'll see about the recall and teleport out down to the other side. Currently looking pretty good for both of them.
As we see Rebello and Dokla's wave pushing slightly into Dokla yet again here. Now Frosty finally links up with FNB, so it's a 2v2 true in the top side now.
Yeah, exactly. So he's just going to stick on up there. Honestly, Dokla should be pretty fine here, farming under Tower 2. Rebello's holding 4th shot, but Dokla hasn't sustained as much damage as the Rek'Sai. And usually you're like, well, Rek'Sai's got way more sustain than Ambessa. FNB here taking a little bit worse for wear as River heads up too. With 3 people, they're really going to force the issue.
Would have been spotted by Frosty. FNB also sees him. So looks like he will go for a back here. Let's see if there's a dive. 100 Thieves have 3 members here, but missed the Tingle Barb, so most likely not. Back is completed. River's back and found.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Doom did kind of pass through mid lane as expected, right? Trying to get that wave in a good position for Kaze's Azir. This is something that we kind of talked about. We expected to see, if not both junglers, definitely Doom, because they really do like to get all of these resources on Kaze as quickly as possible.
All right, so Dokla's still doing pretty well down here, getting a little bit of the extra farm. Turret plate earned by Rebello, though.
Yeah, I think that's the trade-off, is that there's a lot of damage onto FNB topside, but he maintained health on the turret a little longer, so Rebello gets that first plate, whereas topside only half damage on that first plate. Frosty actually lands a nice little stun there, just harassing 100 Thieves as Rebello goes for a reset and is heading back to that top side.
Exactly. Now we're going to get the swap back, and FNB will recall and go for his teleport back out with his purchase. With the refillable as well, so extra sustain here for the Rek'Sai that already has a decent amount.
Yeah, and at the end of kind of all of these switcheroos and swaps, it's pretty even in terms of gold, but I do think that Ambessa is the main benefactor, right? As ooh, Kaze takes a pretty big chunk from Quid. He's gonna have to back off here. But yeah, I think that's kind of what they're looking for, right? Is get Dokla and FBI in some solid spots going forward. With the kind of benefit for Red being you do get gold onto that Jhin pretty quickly.
Yep, and they are keeping the swap going as well. Putting FBI back down there to the bottom side in the 2v1. And we'll see if they can make another pass towards mid, because that's something we didn't really touch on, but the Skarner kind of made a little cruise through the mid lane. Of course, Aurora is very hard to lock down, and Quid remained just fine there, but Quid's actually doing very well with his CS too.
Frost is actually topside. Dokla's dodged away from the Jhin W, so no further action there. And now the wave's going to crash, so let's see how much of Dokla this wave he's able to capture, because he is sizably ahead in CS over FNB after all that lane swap like you highlighted, Emily.
Yeah, he is ahead. I was wondering if after taking this crab topside, if Doom was potentially going to look for something since they are pushing the wave in, but no, he is backing off.
Yeah, it's interesting. Doom is level 6, and he's headed down towards the other side of the map. They're pinging like they want to contest Dragon.
Yeah, River's level 5, so this actually would be a level advantage to Red's jungler. He's spotted now on the ward. FBI has the push bot side, but FNB is just holding him up so he can't help out. As Kaze comes down, Ixal's impact into the wall. Doom hits the clone. 100 Thieves have to back off, but that's a leash on the Dragon. Now Quid comes in. 100 Thieves have a slight numbers advantage, but there's the Impale in onto the jungler. FNB's trying to knock him up. Kaze's the focus, flashes over the wall. FNB! First blood actually to Frosty. Dragon picked up by 100 Thieves as the fight continues. 100 Thieves FBI gets one kill on his own. He's completely sectioned off from the rest of the team, but will at least trade one kill for his death. Kill advantage to Red, Dragon to the Thieves.
And it gets bloody down here with the level advantage there. Doom crosses back and he's able to actually lock down River for a bit. But River escapes kind of to the side. He baits out the Azir ult and then goes to the Dragon. And then they get the Dragon. But the extra kills going over here to Red, we'll definitely track those. They went to less consequential champions than they would like. Obviously, they would love to have those kills onto the Azir. But they went to the Bard and to the Rek'Sai. But here's another look at it. Ayla flashes it. Meanwhile, River just takes it. And then here's where he goes. He baits out the Kaze ultimate. And then he goes back onto Dragon. Rek'Sai and Bard try and kill him before they can get it, but they still do. FBI then, of course, trading for the one and taking down the Azir.
Yep, and they're able to clean him up on the back half of this as well. So 2 kills over to Red. We did expect these kind of early objective contests to be a little bit bloody. I think this is something that 100 Thieves have said, like, okay, we are trying to work on maybe not giving up as many advantages when these kind of really early skirmishes happen. We're not necessarily in a good spot, so good for them that they're able to come out with that Drake.
And based on expectations, I think it's only going to get bloodier. That was first Drake, and we had essentially a 4v3 breakout.
Another thing to keep track of is the flashes that are all burned. 100 Thieves invested 3 flashes in that fight. So they did get the Dragon, and it looks like they are also going to be able to get the Grubs up here with their rotation. And bottom side of the map being, having 3 members at the moment with Skarner on the bottom side as well for Red. So they are going to keep their lead with objectives, but, maybe Red can target like FBI or something and look for a follow-up punish.
Yeah, and this is more classic 100 Thieves, though, right? Where they're like, Dokla, we're kind of relying on you to be on your own for a little bit while we cross-map, while we take something else on the top side of the map. And River actually might be looking for something up top side.
Dokla's the one focused right now. He's trying to trade damage back in under his turret, trying to clear the wave. Now top side, they are diving. FNB goes into the void and now comes out dead. 100 Thieves lose a player for it, though, as Ayla goes down and Dokla died bot side. So again, a kill trade up for Red.
Yeah, we're full circle, back to lane swaps and top laners getting dove. Kangas, this is, of course, this iteration is a little bit later, but both top laners going down. Top tower also so low that 100 Thieves have the luxury of just letting the minions die to the tower. They don't need to rush it down because bot side tower hadn't sustained as much damage. So FBI lets a bit more of the minions die off before he clears out the wave and gets all that gold gold, and this Corki is getting funneled a decent amount now.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Corki, Ayla.
Single barbs lands, cause a big burst of damage, and Quid will make quick work of that health bar. Kill picked up by the Thieves.
I mean, that's funny because I mentioned all 3 flashes that 100 Thieves blew in the bottom side skirmish, but the one flash that Kaze blew for red actually gets punished, and that is just a good gank from Ayla.
Yeah, really, really nice look from Ayla. The thing I did want to bring up, Red claiming the feats of warfare there, right? 100 Thieves, funneling that gold onto FBI, getting first turret on top side, and now off to a little 1K gold lead after that Ayla mid lane gank.
Yeah, the Triforce completed on FBI. Ayla getting more gold for Quid there in the mid lane. And I got to just talk about Ayla for a little bit here. I feel like he's having a resurgence in his career. One of his best performing years overall. Yes, he's had some rough moments here and there, but if you just look at the bulk of the work, very impressed with what Ayla's been able to do.
Yeah, I completely agree. He's been a huge part of this 100 Thieves resurgence. Let's just delete the Karma game.
Yeah, that one was the one I was thinking about.
We'll just delete that one from our memories. But he has had, good Nico games, good Rel games, lots of good engages from him. And now 100 Thieves are set up with their gold lead, and the fact that they took the top tower means they could already push that wave in. And think about the next objective, this dragon. That will give them 3 objectives. For the full upgraded boots if they're able to get this dragon. So they make the rotation, and Dokla here only has a couple seconds left on his teleport, so they send him up to the top side and they prepare.
Yeah, again, nice map movements from 100 Thieves, getting that mid prio, right? Aurora is going to be pushing on this bot side to bot tier 1. River's going to be able to get this scuttle, and they're in a really good position to, if not take Drake right now, at least have their eyes on it.
And this is a pretty good stop there from Dokla. FMB still on components at the moment here for Rek'Sai, and Dokla's got his full Eclipse, so does get the interrupt there. Plenty of tunnels up here with this tunnel network for FMB, so he's probably not too scared. There's a lot of escape routes behind him, as well as everybody kind of being focused on this dragon. Look at all the wards behind Drake for red. They actually have fairly deep wards in through the jungle too, that can scout some movements from the Thieves, but Thieves have a lot of control through River.
And Dokla seems to just want to hold F&B here because he still has those components. Now he's going to try and back off, but if he doesn't go top and then TP in, he's going to lose this wave. So 100 Thieves have a small window here. They also had a window earlier where FBI had Trinity Force. Rebello had not finished an item. That window is gone. Rebello does have that Yomu's, and F&B will be able to just run straight back up to that top lane. Still a 1,000 gold lead for the Thieves.
Now, personally, I am the biggest fan of Rek'Sai with Titanic Hydra. I actually been playing some Rek'Sai jungle, not top lane like it is almost always used in pro, but the auto attack reset is insane. We're actually going to get the fight now, though, as some skill shots go out, and Frosty is forced a magical journey away. So Titanic Hydra is a very big power spike for the Rek'Sai, and allows you to have some threat and not just be this full tank Rek'Sai that people remember as this only knock-up bot.
You can still build it later if you want to, but for now, wave clear, ability to scrap, do damage. 100 Thieves trying to control the access point to the dragon. Quid is on the bottom side of the river, pushing that wave in, or at least going back towards it, as it's a fight for the vision here. Top side, F&B actually takes a big chunk of damage from Dokla there. If Dokla can win the 1v1 on his own, I mean, that changes the entire dynamic of this dragon approach.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still going to be difficult. Rek'Sai does have a good deal of sustain. She can kind of just park herself there. The bigger thing is if, as 100 Thieves are clearing out pretty much all of this vision from red, it's kind of a vision war for control over this bot side, and we'll see when the top laners decide to join in.
It's just so hard for Dokla to get on top of FMB. I mean, look at all these tunnels that he's got up here. Call him Shia LaBeouf. He's in the movie Holes right now. Dokla just cannot lock Rek'Sai down, so you're never going to find that 1v1 kill. Goes for the reset as red now approach at the dragon. 100 Thieves still have not started this up.
Yeah, no. River is here.
Does he go for the steal? Oh, Excel back into the wall. Doom now sees River as the smite went down, and River does steal it away.
I've got my eyes. I'm so tense right now because they've been fighting for vision around this dragon for must be like a minute and a half. And I've had my eyes on this Bard ultimate. They can save it and use it for a defensive option, as we kind of highlighted in Champ Select with all the engage that 100 Thieves have. But they also were possibly looking for an offensive one. And now with the recall, seems like they have finally won the war of attrition for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, I think River won the war of attrition with the Scuttle Smite, right? And then this has given FBI complete mid lane control, that Corki just constantly pushing in this mid wave. So with the mid prio, with the absence of vision from Red, really nicely done from 100 Thieves to pick that up, start their Drake stacking now with 2, and also picking up that feats of monster slaying.
There
right?
you go,
Yeah,
you got it.
okay.
Also, credit to the Thieves for playing outside of expectations. I thought we would have 10 kills by this point in the game. 7's not bad, but this has been more about 100 Thieves playing control. They're playing the side lane. They're playing to always have mid lane push. They're stealing away those scuttles. They're almost picking out Rebello right there. That's no summoner spells burn, so Red do get their 80 carry to safety. But overall, this 1,500 gold lead almost entirely has just been from map play.
Yeah, and collecting all these objectives too. Quite nice of a boon for them. They've got the 3 grubs for later. See if they can push heavier on these towers. Dokla going for some fun trades with Ambessa. Eclipse Ambessa with the quick trades looks very good.
And now they're onto the Herald as well. So Red have just really not been able to find any of the neutral objectives so far. They throw out the Tempered Fate. They have Doom and Kaze coming in from the top side. Current Call, Herald picked up by River. And Red just aren't fast enough to the play, so 100 Thieves will go for their own engage. Emperor's Divide from Kaze, but now Quid jumps in on top of him. Pop Blossom defensively. As now Red trying their best to just lock down Quid. River, the focus, though, is exiled back into the wall. They got FBI. Carry's in trouble, but Valkyrie's over the wall. Red just cannot find their kill. 100 Thieves are dancing around the man. Red finally get one. But 100 Thieves really made him work for it. Rebello in some trouble here. Is now Dola going for his own 1v1 onto FNB on the bottom side. He's winning that one so far. FNB had the flash defensively. 100 Thieves just made Red look silly.
Yeah, FNB went and interrupted Dokla's teleport. It's actually a very good play from FNB. He stops the teleport because he was teleporting behind the rest of them. I think that would have been 2 more kills for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, Dokla was looking to TP right in there. So that's actually nice coming out of FNB, as Dokla will be able to push this wave and get a little bit of turret damage, but isn't able to clean up some of those other kills on the low health Red members.
That was a hype one. 100 Thieves, you know, they get the Rift Herald and then they see the split from Red, so they feel like they can just engage on the top side. But Doom was so tanky. He was actually able to take a lot of that aggression.
Yeah, as soon as River went in, I was like, I don't know about this
Scary engaging on the
Thieves,
Scar.
but like, it's something you expect from them, but also something that did technically end up in their favor, but could have actually been a lot worse.
And then when he went back in for the kill onto the Bard, when he had like 150 HP, did get it, and he did kind of, force, you could say, Kaze to flash after him to kill. So by going in and back in to go for the Bard kill, it did also earn them an Azir flash. But here's another look at it, and here's the setup where the Bard does try and delay, but they're unable to like get Doom close enough for a smite fight or anything, and there's the turn on the top side.
Yeah, and as we see, Azir ult goes out. Quid really trying to look up.
Oh, back to life. Kaze's getting caught in the bot lane. 100 Thieves make a pick.
So they immediately punish that no flash from Azir for the follow-up kill of the last play that he used to go kill River. And 100 Thieves are now breaking the map open.
Yeah, really nice. We weren't able to see that at the end of the team fight, but right happened when River kind of went back in to get the kill. FNB should be able to get this turret top side as well for Red, so a little bit of a consolation prize, as Frosty and Doom are looking for something onto Dokla.
Lands. Doom has the Impale, but they just don't have a lot of damage there, so I think Dokla should be safe. He does go for the Impale, buffered by Dokla's ultimate. Doom trying to continue the chase down, but there's a wave there. There's 100 Thieves members nearby, so Red have to call it off.
I like that we are amping up the pace now.
Yeah.
They're getting antsy in that game.
Game 1, here we go.
Pop Blossom used. They're trying to find the pick here. The Cosmic Binding will try and buy some time here, as now Doom out of the Tempered Fate immediately. burst it down. Rebello has to flash. Red lose a member and lose some summoner spells.
Yeah, the overload on the bottom side, 100 Thieves, basically sending everybody onto this side of the map. I actually love the play. Huge rewards for them, and they didn't give up that much on the top side. I mean, FNB is going to be able to get the wave into the tower. Dragon is spawning, but 100 Thieves still, they get paid, they get the flash off of the Jhin as well as the barrier, and have time to reset here before the Dragon and Otacon become the next targets.
Oh, fancy feed from Quid there. Using the Between Worlds to get across the wall. Frosty's not able to lock down 100 Thieves mid laner, and now 100 Thieves are on the Dragon. No answer from Red yet. They have a couple members coming nearby, but nobody close enough to threaten a smite. FNB takes the tunnel away. Current call used. Now Kaze and Frosty are in the river. Doom's too far away. Now he's walking up, and the Emperor's Divide onto the front line here. They just take down Dokla for his attempt. It's top laner for top laner as Doom will fall as well. The chase from the Thieves. Red trying to get to safety, but no flash on Rebello. Gonna be tough here if Ayla can land this. Root is there, and Quid with the damage. Flash from FBI. Rebello's out of there. Rampage to Quid.
Yeah, really nice follow through by 100 Thieves. FBI wants more.
Oh, Kaze got into the wall. Kaze actually can get some damage here on FBI, but not enough. Rooted again. Ayla is just sniping them over the walls.
This combination of the Aurora and Corki damage plus these Tangle Barbs that Ayla keeps landing onto Red Prio members is massive. Another really, really extended fight, but a huge swing in 100 Thieves' favor.
Yeah, this is why I love watching these types of comps in 100 Thieves' hands the most. These skirmish heavy, just go for multiple angles here, all forward, diving, getting these kills. They knew Jhin had no flash, and so they're able to hit the roots over the wall to pin him down, and then going for even more. So this timing, actually, River's going to decide, I'll go back and finish the Dragon, since it is going to be the top laners like smashing their heads together there, basically in the front, and 100 Thieves can push forward off the extra damage.
Well, and Red spends so much on killing Dokla, right? Then Quid and FBI are just able to clean up on the back half of this, as we see.
I love it. Flashing forward and valking forward.
And then another one here from Ayla.
There we go. Oh, that was so nice.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Hit him with the bye-bye again.
He was definitely like happier and more enthusiastic when he did it after Quid's Yone play. But it's like it's their theme song now.
I like
How
it.
can you not be happy after a 5-man Yone
I mean,
ult, though?
Otacon's the focus right now. Oh, Doom tried to get into the area. Impale misses everybody as Frosty's trying to get away. Everyone from Red are trying to get away using their ultimates, but the slaughter continues. 100 Thieves are chasing down Red Canids. They'll get the Otacon and crush the fight. FNB finds one on the tail end of it as River will go down, but that's a consolation prize. 100 Thieves walk away the victors.
This 100 Thieves comp just has so many answers to get onto you, right? Like, oh, if one misses, then another one can follow up. As they're DPSing down, this Otacon, Doom goes in, tries for the steal, ends up immediately getting stuffed. Then River and Dokla are instantly into the back line.
Actually crazy stuff from them. They just basically assassinate this Azir. Everybody focusing on the primary target here and chasing them down. I mean, this, you could tell the idea from Red. They were like, all right, this is getting out of hand quickly, so they really felt the pressure, and Doom wanted to go in for, one of those big Otacon steals to try and get a turnaround for them. But in the end, it turns into just a landslide for 100 Thieves. So not only the Otacon, but a ton of extra gold.
Yeah, the Otacon, they're still on Soul Point, right, with that Drake coming up in a little over a minute and a half. And 100 Thieves should be able to kind of just set up Vision as what they're doing right now, wherever they want, and then really force Red into bad contests.
Yeah, and at this point, I know that it was a slow ramp. Okay, I'll get back to that. Kaze in the side lane again. No flash available, has the Emperor's Divide, but Quid goes godlike. 7-0-8, 2 items completed with 24 stacks in the Mejai's. Insane performance from 100 Thieves' mid laner, and Kaze just cannot be in that side lane.
Yeah. Absolutely amazing performance coming out of FBI, coming out of Quid. They've both been doing so well in this series. Kind of like what Kobe said, right? Like, we love seeing compositions like this in 100 Thieves' hands. And I think the other big thing, as we pull it up, right? We have this bloodiness meter for combined kills per minute across all regions.
We're at 24 at 25 minutes.
We're kind of tracking it because we already surpassed it in this game right now.
Yep. We were going to do a whole setup thing where like, oh, look, we passed LEC, we passed LCK.
They didn't give us a chance.
Yeah, it gave
They're
number
too
one.
bloody.
They broke the thermometer already with the action in this one. Of course, the game is not over yet. We are in the middle of the action. And
maybe
now
they just stop fighting.
it's going to keep going, though. Red, they're going to full send at Dokla.
Yeah.
This is literally just everyone going for one kill. Get one more kill on the board.
5 members of Red. The Tempered Fate will land. Dokla's fate is surely secured here, but can he take anything with them? He's getting damage onto Rebello, making Red waste a little time here for his death. Shut down over to FNB, but that took a long time.
It took a long time, and look at the timing, right? Like, Aurora is going to be able to push in this mid wave, and this is going to be Cloud Soul and an inhibitor turret over 200 Thieves for a kill onto Dokla.
I mean, FNB is going to have to make that worth it. Maybe they find more, though, as they catch out Quid right now between worlds. Has the flash available. Is he able to escape? FNB tries to chase, but Quid lives. 100 Thieves get their mid laner out of there.
I thought for sure he was dead there, actually. I was like, okay, Quid, another consolation prize, right? You give over the soul, you give over open inhib over here for another kill, but Quid, the great escape with the assist from his team.
And that's kind of what you have to do as Red, right? When the game is kind of out of hand, they're like, you know what? We're just going to full send to at least try and get some kills.
Sure.
You know, they feel like they can't win the team fight at Seoul anymore, so that's why they're hoping for sending everything on Dokla. But it does mean, you know, this is Chemtech Seoul now on top of the 100 Thieves, so if you're also getting people low, it's going to be even harder for them to finish off kills. But Red are just like dreaming and hoping for some, you know, miracle, either Baron or Elder Dragon team fight, because Elder Dragon can be those flips that can save games that are otherwise just completely out of reach. But 100 Thieves, they just have such control now. It is actually so easy for them to rotate vision resources over to Baron and then just bait you in, because they have so many ways to engage on you and turn on you. It becomes very dangerous to approach for Red.
It's a 9,000 gold lead. It's the Dragon Soul. 4,000 of that lead is Quid alone. This Aurora, she is so far ahead as Frosty sees the enemy jungler in his own jungle, and now in comes Dokla. Frosty's gonna have to try and get away, flashes the wall. Doom's got a bigger health bar, so he can stick around for a little longer, but doesn't have that much backup. Redemption will keep him healthy, but now the public execution, Tempered Fate to delay the death, but it is inevitable. No, the flash over the wall, FBI rocket will follow up, as now the Paw Blossom lands on the Kaze. He goes into the stasis next. FNB can't kill Dokla. Big Dokes is too strong, as Kaze will escape, but Red lose too.
And that entire time was without one of their major damage dealers.
Without the 4,000 lead.
Who's just pushing on the top side of the map, just 100 Thieves taking everything away from Red, now looking to push and close out this game.
All right, that's just good, clean fun.
That is good, clean fun. That puts us at 27 kills in 28.5 minutes, and we could get a couple more here under the Nexus turrets. 100 Thieves decide to back off instead, though. They want to close this one out cleanly. They'll just take the inhibitor and walk away.
I mean, Dokla was looking pretty smooth here on this Mbessa. I thought that was quite beautiful from him, but really, everybody on 100 Thieves is dashing forward, including their AD carry, you know, flashing and valking forward. You know, Ayla's proto-belting forward, Quid is jumping forward. Literally, you know, 100 Thieves. Let's see what the next step is going to be, because they took 2 inhibitors, so they could just go back bottom. But let's take another look at it. River just waiting in the jungle here, kind of softens them up. But Dokla says, I'll take that to the next level. Chops down Frosty, and then they turn their sights on this Skarner, and they make Skarner look squishy.
Yeah. That's one of those moments where at the very beginning of Skarner, you're like, oh, I can take this. No, you cannot stay in that situation.
Yeah, and they have just so much damage coming out of FBI, and then Paw Blossom catching onto Kaze is huge. He's kind of the only major damage dealer on Red who could potentially turn around a fight, right? If he ends up popping off, taking out a few targets, especially with Quid on the other side of the map, right? So nice catch from 100 Thieves on the back half of that fight too.
Yeah, the little skirmishes are just so good for 100 Thieves. Obviously, they're really far ahead in gold, but also Red's ideal team fights looks like, hey, let's make uptime for Azir. And the Azir is just so far behind. Azir only has 2 items at the moment. Meanwhile, Quid is looking at 24 stacks on his Medjai's, 3 items and an arm guard, which is basically another item too.
And now they're just going to go in. 100 Thieves say, we will start the fight in your jungle. FBI has multiple members on him, but he just does too much damage as the rest of the Thieves hold the line from Red. It's looking like a clean ace. Double kill to FBI. The Thieves will chase down Frosty for the triple kill. 5 for 0. Clean ace to 100 Thieves.
Yep, and they're just going for the end as Quid is going to escort these minions in. Really, really nicely done from 100 Thieves, and they did it their way.
Hey everybody, I heard you like bloody games. 32 kills in 30.5 minutes. 100 Thieves strike first in this best of 5.
Yeah, we already broke the bloodiness meter. I was like, oh, maybe we'll have to wait a game. Maybe they'll be a little hesitant. Not at all.
Yeah, exactly. Already right out of the gate, performing to expectations for these two.
They used lane assignments and where they could put the Senna to accelerate those stacks. It was also really clever from 100 Thieves in some of these best of 5s. So yeah, I think I'm very curious to see this comp specifically in the hands of 100 Thieves, because I think it has everything they want.
We even saw a little bit of that creativity in game number 1, putting FBI in that solo lane top side. But early on here, it's dangerous to invade a Braum, one of the stronger level 1 champions in the game. But 100 Thieves are still doing it. They have River coming in with the pincer maneuver here, as the damage is coming in onto Quid now. Yeah, again, it's scary into the Braum. The stun lands. Quid is almost going down. Flashes away. Now FBI's completely alone. Chased out. Flashes as well. Can Red continue the chase? He also pops Ghost. Doom chases forward. Flash from Frosty, and that's it. First blood to Kaze.
As this is happening, I was like, this is some of the cockiest movement I've ever seen into a face of a Braum. Like, they were so confident in calling River over with the 4 people. They were like, yeah, there's definitely not any more of them behind this Braum, right? But messing with a Braum, as you said, level 1, is very dangerous and can be disastrous. So in the end, though, you know, looking across the summoner spells, the Orianna also flashed offensively to get that kill. That can be like your cope, like, oh, maybe we can do a level 3 gank. Pantheon can come gank because, you know, Sylas Pantheon combo could do a level 3 gank timing, but yeah, the train continues, the last heist continues for 100 Thieves. They did hit a little speed bump in level 1.
Yeah. And I mean, I think the other important thing is that kill goes on to Kaze, right? Because we talked about how important he is for this team, how they really love to play around him, especially to get him early resources. So I am looking at those down mid laner flashes and wondering whether the junglers are going to get involved early.
And I like where he invested that gold, too, into boots for move speed. So maybe he'll be able to just dodge the chains. With Ori speed and extra early boots for himself.
Last time around, Kaze was not able to get to that big item break point early enough on Azir that ThinkHard was highlighting, but this time around, much stronger early game start here as we see all the lanes currently. Kaze has more minions mid to play with. Doko's getting pushed in topside. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves, they have pushed in the bottom lane, getting Rebello and Frosty under that turret.
Yep, and I am also curious to see, again, how this topside matchup goes, just because the Rumble has been such a huge, like, point of power for 100 Thieves. And they, like, snapped it up as soon as the Pantheon and Rumble were available. Obviously, Galio, really strong counter, and also goes well with what the rest of Red have.
Yeah.
And but yeah, Rebello's getting really low in the spot lane.
Look at the trading down here because FBI wants to utilize the sustain here in the Senna lane, and so they're trying to trade super aggressively onto the Lucian, making him chug his potion really early on. Since jungle was pathing away from bottom lane for Red, there is not a lot of extra they can do about this. River is on bottom Scuttle Crab. He's going to secure that one, and FBI and Ayla just... We were already talking about the quick stacking of FBI. Guess what? This is going to be another one of those despite the early game and death.
Double digits, 3.5 minutes in. as he's already got 10 of those stacked up, now 11. Doom is pathing top side, though, so Dokla has to be careful up here. Back is channeled by Doom, and the poke continues, harassing under turret. River coming in now, and they just flash engage. Rebello stunned up, taken down. 100 Thieves find their own kill, but Dokla did not stay safe topside. Doom cancels the back and picks up a kill for himself.
So they're still going. They're going for the second kill here. River does take the tower shot. That is enough damage to force him off.
Frosty might just get this kill solo. One more auto. Oh, Ayla's able to crash down over the wall. He's out of there.
He was about to crash out if he did. Yeah. There because the second dive on the Braum, that one was a little bit risky there. But yeah, top side, you know, I think I was talking about Dokla on weak side, and actually does fall prey up there with the counter kill. So it's actually 2 kills here for Red. The next one will be the 3 for the feats for them. Definitely a little bit dangerous.
And from Red, we see the swaps coming in, right? The Galio is going to be pushing in this bot wave. Meanwhile, the Lucian is up against the Rumble on the top side. As Frosty's in mid, and they're going to harass Quid a bit, set this lane in a good position for Kaze.
Yeah, it doesn't land the Winter's Bite, so no big follow-up there. But I'm curious our thoughts. I mean, in my mind, Senna loves these melee matchups. If you're in the lane against a Galio, it almost feels like free stacking that FBI already was doing great against a Lucian. But if anything, this should mean that FBI can even accelerate that more in my mind.
Yeah, and as we watch the possible play on mid lane, bottom lane, they're just zoning him out. Look at this wave that they've got in such a nice spot. FMB's having a hard time here as Ayla kind of threatens him.
I almost wonder if that's one of those moments where maybe they were predicting the lane swap coming in from the Thieves. But let's get another look at that dive.
Yeah, so the original one is actually really nice, and we'll keep our eyes on Ayla here because he does do the Q flash, and then River can follow it up with his point-and-click stun. That one's clean and easy from them. Then they go for the second one, though, onto the Braum here, and Frosty's able to get up the Braum wall, so denying a bunch of that damage. And as you know, there is no terrible ending for Ayla after this.
12 months. That's what producers are telling me.
Very, very close, but he's able to jump out on his trusty metal steed. He's happy about that one because a lot of people are having flashbacks to the Karma tower dive.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so
Maybe he was too. It's just like, oh. Whew.
You don't want to build a portfolio of failed, support.
The low light reel.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thankfully he did not go down there. Quid and Kaze scrapping in the mid lane here. Doom is nearby. Shockwave used by both mid laners as Quid stole one away, but Doom was not close enough to answer, so Kaze just takes a bigger chunk of damage. Quid will walk away from it.
Yeah, and they're another early start of the Dragon for 100 Thieves. Wow, Quid is kind of making some time in mid, playing catch with the shockwaves.
That's Braum coming in here.
Coming in.
So not the most aggressive TP play. But Dokla was winning that 1v1 versus Rebello right there with the range advantages. Quid lands the chains. Flash out of Kaze.
Really valuable here. Quid making some moves, some aggressive ones. Now the call will be no flash on Orianna, and Pantheon will be 6 soon. So you have to think about River's first ultimate. Dokla's getting very good damage done in his 2v1 as well, although the equalizer is just on the wave. So probably the Pantheon ultimate looking towards the Orianna then, because Quid doing a lot of setup work himself.
Oh, they're just going to throw Pantheon ultimate top side. Immediately onto Rebello. Cleanse comes through, still goes down. Dokla gets the kill.
Yeah, I was wondering, oh, maybe they're going to set up a play with Ayla. Ayla's TPing in. No, Pantheon ult immediately top side, cleans up that kill onto Rebello. And now this kind of power lane that Red would have wanted to play around white with the Lucian Braum. FBI is in such a good position on this Senna already, and they're able to keep this Lucian from getting a lot of early laning leads.
Last game, it was all about Quid being far ahead. This time it's FBI with a strong start on the Senna of all things. You know, again, laning into the Galio now goes straight up to the top side. We'll get a turret plate. A lot of gold getting funneled into this AD carry.
Okay, Grubby started up. River is in the area as soon as he finishes up with red buff. Let's see, no teleport on Dokla though, so it's very risky for 100 Thieves because Galio is here and Galio ult is ready. This could be big for Red.
This could be scary for the Thieves. River goes in aggressively, but the Galio is still there to punish. Red claim feat of warfare, and they're looking for FBI as well. The culling comes in from Rebello, but FBI can dodge that. Either way, Red get the kill, and they will get the grubs.
Yeah, know about the communication there from 100 Thieves. If they talked about Galio being on the recall timing and walking from base, could definitely join and does that. So very big for Red to get their grubs, use their Galio ultimate, get their kill. And that is 3 kills for the Feats.
Yeah, really nicely done from Red. Also, 100 Thieves, like, again, when you talk to them, they're like, yeah, we need to stop maybe contesting some of these objectives, and we're not in a position to do it. This is something they've been trying to pay attention to in their early games specifically. Another thing that maybe they shouldn't have gone for, because as you pointed out, Kobe, there was no way for Dokla to join the fight at that time. His TP was down. As a River potentially looking for something mid, gonna possibly path bot.
Ooh. Frosty and Rebello are getting aggressive there again. They just want this wave to fully crash under the turret. FBI was never even able to get that full plate on the top side, so Rebello's getting a little bit back in this game. Has still died twice, but relatively even in CS regardless. And the Lucian is starting to become a threat here.
And I have to say that Red should start thinking about the next Pantheon ultimate again already. Because the previous one, I guess you could say they were doing a lazy recall up in that top rush because they weren't thinking about, oh, he's about to hit level 6.
Yeah.
And the first one, maybe there's some leeway because you're like, oh, it depends on his clear speed, and tracking that experience, exactly is a little rough. But the second one, they definitely should be expecting this here from River. And so I would still say, Kaze, you have to be careful with no flash. Even Alo is kind of sniffing around for something on the rail, but Orianna with no flash still is just such a juicy target for 100 Thieves.
Especially when Ayla has the Magnet Storm available now, so the engage tools are so strong on 100 Thieves side. Not only just the Pantheon ult coming in, but if Quid ever steals F&B's ult, you also have the heroic entrance coming in on top of it.
And Ayla, as you talk about him, does have a very good record there on the rel. Has played a bunch of this champion. We mentioned that along with the Nico as one of the big engaged champions that he has found some success on.
Yeah, he's been really, really good on these engaged supports, and it also just plays a lot into what 100 Thieves want to do and how they like to play, right? Like, they want so many different ways to kind of jump on top of your carries as a unit, as we see potentially setting up for something on this top side, but Doom and Frosty are both here.
Yeah, I mean, look at FBI just whittling down this Galio. River's got to run, though.
Ooh, Glacial Fissure aggressively onto River. Pantheon shield already down, and that is a lot of damage coming in from Red Cannons. A knock up, he can't get out of there with a flash. Frosty picks up the kill.
Nice invade there, Braum plus Zin. You are not getting away from that one. Red chased down the extra kill.
Yeah, and now they're able to get mid-prio as well, kind of threatening on to Quid. I don't think they'll be looking to make a move on him, but with this mid-prio, they should easily, as you already see, Doom is headed straight for it, be able to get that Drake and kind of stop what happened in game 1 with this early Drake stacking from happening again in this game.
I was holding my breath because River has ultimate, but with Dokla backing off here, Quid actually could be in some trouble. Winter's Bite misses, he's jumping over the wall, follow-up from Doom, but there's River already. That's flash out of Quid, summoner spell used defensively, but it did delay the dragon. It was not taken by Red.
Yeah, the most important thing is they do peel off
the
that
Magnet's over from Halo. They just want to go for the snap engage. 100 Thieves thinking maybe they can catch Red, unassuming with the shockwave back. 100 Thieves are maybe by not more than they can shoot, but everyone just ulted everybody! A stolen ult from Quid, as now comes Galio. Kaze barely lives! Kaze, the hero FNB, saving his life. Red will pick up 1 kill.
Kaze's flash coming back in time for this skirmish, and the Galio ultimate is the decider here, as FNB comes in like a hero.
Yeah, you can see why 100 Thieves are like, okay, we think we can go on here. The Dawning Shadow comes across after Ayla engages. Doom survives for a really long time. Shockwave comes through. Then the counter Shockwave, where it looks like surely they kill off Frosty. He's able to flash out. Doom flashes out, and then the heroic Galio ultimate to clean up that kill onto River.
It does mean, of course, and you can see it on the minimap, that they drop the minion wave of top side. So it's something to keep in mind with a lot of the teams that go super aggressive with a lot of skirmishes. How many minion waves you are dropping while you join extra people to these skirmishes.
Sure.
Because FBI has his static shiv now done on the Senna, and he had been farming up on that top side.
Already big damage onto Rebella right there. Rooted up. The choline absorbed a lot by the minions. FBI trying to get to safety and does so. So Rebello still, I mean, behind 630 gold, but he's really making FBI work for it. As now River getting engaged on here by Doom. Now Frosty as well. Red just playing at such a high tempo game. As now the re-engage comes in from Ayla, but FBI's already dead. Doom picks that kill up. Rebello onto Ayla. A double kill to Red's jungler. 100 Thieves are biting up more than they can chew. Red Canids Kalunga have shown up in game 2.
Yeah, they're just coming down to fistfights, Kangas. It is a skirmish difference right now. Red get the counter engage on the turnaround there on top of FBI's head on this Senna that we have been highlighting that has been stacking. He burns his flash and his ghost, but he still gets caught there. Red with a nice little turn to take out the Senna.
And I love how Red have kind of kept up the pressure where they can as we see TP coming in.
100 Thieves are trying to burst this dragon as fast as possible. They get the dragon. Dokla actually burns that one down, but now they got to get out of there. They still just turn on to Doom. All the damage in onto the Zinja, but the Braum shielding him up. Doom is still alive. Flank from Quid will finally get the kill, but Rebella will trade one back. 100 Thieves have a double kill for their mid laner. In a 3v3 scrap, can they keep the chase going? Quid throws out the Glacial Fissure, does not land. Red get out, Dragon to the Thieves.
The 2 for 2 going there as
do they? Frosty's just solo stacking up the Braum passive on Ayla. All right, he's out.
I was going to say 2 for 2, Drake over to 100 Thieves, which is actually really, really crucial for them, considering how much Red have really liked to push the pace of this game. And the big thing for me in this contest is Dokla being here, right? Because this rumble damage, Kobe, is something they've sorely been missing in so many of these team fights.
Yeah, they needed that rumble damage to burn through the dragon, and he flashes back into the pit. So he's down here in the 2 versus 1, and he's going to go down. But look at the top side also. This is another fist fight at 100 Thieves. They get the double kill for the Silas because Zin's ulti was not back up from the previous fight since we're fighting so frequently. So everybody's getting involved in these fist fights now. That one did result in the dragon for 100 Thieves, but with the frequency of these, Red have pulled ahead with their 1,000 gold lead despite 100 Thieves being up 2 dragons.
I just want to say that was a 5v5 at 15 minutes in the game. Not something super common in League of Legends, but get used to it. With 100 Thieves versus Red Canids, we might just have another one. We're looking at the Herald. FNB's not with the team, but he has the Galio ultimate available, so we can always get there fast with that cheat code. As now Rebella looking at damage onto FBI, takes one turret shot. FBI's got to back off. 100 Thieves have pushed Red out of the river, and they don't start up the Herald themselves. It's all about priority over this mid wave.
Yeah, you could tell FNB was like, please, can I go grab that side wave?
Yeah.
Because he kind of went down like a quarter of the way, then came back, then went down, then went back. And now they're like, okay, cool. Everybody disperse. You can go get your side waves at the moment. Silas top, Galio bottom. But the Rift Herald still remains, and Ayla wants to make it dark here so that it will make Red scared. And Red are dropping another top wave of minions, as Kaze will only get over there for the last couple of ranged ones.
They also know that Doom is on the bottom side of this map, right? So it could potentially open up a window for 100 Thieves to make a move onto this Herald, although it looks like both Rel and Senna will be backing off here to reset.
Yeah, Doom's actually just going for the full clear right now as Quid actually looks for an all-in onto Kaze. River comes in with the ultimate as well. Shockwave from Kaze, flash to safety. He's actually out of there. Has to invest an ultimate and a summoner spell, but 100 Thieves do not get the kill.
Yeah, let's see if that sets up for anything during the cooldown of these key factors for Kaze. Frost is going in to check as Braum. Zin's behind him, though.
Yeah, this could be a big play for Red. 100 Thieves did not get the Herald because they sent the Pantheon to try and find the pick on Kaze. So yeah, no Shockwave, no Flash and Orianna, but now Doom has cleared and is back at the Herald. And 100 Thieves, do they look to contest? I mean, FBI's here.
Let's go.
Yeah, what an interesting setup
to contest. It's
for
just
the
how
objective.
they're going to contest.
It's going to have to be River and Ayla in front of FBI. Teleport coming in. Quid alone here on the top side as he's pushing away all members of Red as now Doom comes in, gets onto FBI, but the rest of the team's not quite behind him. Quid's holding the line back there with the help of Ayla. Now FNB comes in, River flashes to safety. Quid dodged it up, Quid down. FNB with the kill credit. A 1 for 0 as no members of Red fell.
No members of Red fell, 1 for 0, but the Herald does end up going over 200 Thieves, which gives them that feat. So now it's going to come down to first turret between these two teams for feats of warfare. These fights are so close, too.
They were, and Rebello and Frosty, the duo there for Red was like close to going down, but Quid couldn't quite finish the job. He had to flash out as well. Both Rebello and Frosty using their flashes to live. Does mean more flashes were invested by Red in these recent skirmishes. And you can look at the gold. They're getting the extra kills. It's now 10 kills for Red, but the gold was only like 400 or so gold lead. And let's take another look at both sides of the fight, because the Rift Herald is coming back and regaining patience. So first of all, River's going to be able to combo and get it on the Pantheon. But look at the top side here. This duo, they almost get Rebello with Quid and Ayla, but he flashes over the wall, and then Quid has to try and flash out, but Red are able to pincer and grab their kill back for themselves. So even though they lose the Rift Herald to the Pantheon, they do get the kill on the Quid.
Fantastic Glacial Prison from Frosty. I thought he was going to go forward to help out Doom. Instead, he went back to Peel, and that was a big difference maker in that. We're back to live Dragons on the Rift. And anytime I see a neutral objective, I'm just conditioned at this point to start to expect action.
I want to, again, like highlight the CS for both teams basically overall, because we keep on dropping a lot more waves on the side of Red. So you can tell, you know, their top laner, their mid laner, and their AD carry. A lot of these carry roles are down in CS. And if we keep track of FBI stacking on Senna,
a little ahead.
You know, he has set a lot of the records that we have, and currently looking at it in game. Doing quite well for himself as well.
Still ahead the curve.
He's in a good spot.
Just ticks over to 63.
Oh, Dokla face checks a brush and is punished for it. Multiple ultimates coming down, but he has the shield. Trying to get to safety, has the flash. Doom chases him down. Redemption coming in. Dokla almost gets out, but it's not meant to be. Red find the pick onto 100 Thieves' top laner.
And they're not done. I mean, they want to try to move up into this mid lane potentially.
They
know Silas is top.
So no Braum ultimate, but they still have Crescent Guard from Doom. River's able to take away the blue buff and backs off.
Yeah, and tower gold for Quid. So they do get tower gold for Quid, but Dokla investing his flash there, trying to escape. I mean, the flashes have been critical in these team fights. I get these fist fights that we keep on getting. So that actually might be something that Red can use to their advantage next time around. Plus, you get to put a stop to the dragon stacking as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think this is actually huge, right? Them being able to pick up this Mountain Drake, third Drake overall, stops 100 Thieves Drake stacking, so gives them a little bit more leeway. And that was done because they were able to push out 100 Thieves in that mid lane after they got that kill. 100 Thieves, though, keeping the gold even. They did, like you said, Kobe, get that entire tier 1 top onto Quid's Silas. So I'm really, really looking forward to the next time these two teams decide to fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's really fun because we've got globals on both teams.
Yep.
You know, we've got Senna, you've got Galio and Pantheon, you know, wherever River does decide to go. If they can, like, spread the map again, push side waves, and set up for some sort of pick with a Pantheon ultimate, the rewards are Otacon. And everybody knows, you know, Otacon on the map means that there should be some action, and everybody kind of heading up there too.
Blind start the Otacon. Let's do it the old NA special.
I'm hearing you, and I'm not liking what I'm hearing.
I don't like it, but I do like what 100 Thieves are doing now, which is pushing out bot wave to get this tier 1 bot side turret.
They're doing it with 2 people that can join. We mentioned the globals. Pantheon can ult back up to the other side of the map to the Otacon. So basically, they're daring Red to start Otacon. Red take the dare.
There we go.
And they can answer.
Dokla even sees FNB in here right now, so FNB will watch the Herald charge out of the turret. Cause a very early flash there, but he's completely surrounded. 100 Thieves look for a pick onto the mid laner, but he's just so fast. The phase rush to get him to safety. A couple more autos is what they need. They get it. FBI does secure the kill, but the Otacon is still focused. Otacon over to Red. Quid follows the flash over the wall. Frosty's still in trouble. Dokla teleported up. FNB TPs to follow. Now Dokla's focused down. FNB with the kill, but it's the Quid show. Double kill to the mid laner as he'll chase down Doom. Red will get the objective, but that's a hefty price to pay. Multiple kills to the Thieves as River ults to lock down FNB. Quid gets the kill off camera. FNB will die on your screen. 100 Thieves, Ace Red Cannon.
I love this play so much because 100 Thieves over the course of playoffs have evolved from them being the ones to start these Otacons to them being the ones saying, hey, we're going to use our globals on the bottom side of the map and dare you to start Otacon and then get 5 kills out of it in the craziness. And so the whole time they're making this call, they're like, yeah, we are going to let them start the Otacon. We're going to look for the picks as Red try and get to the Otacon.
Yeah, and it starts with this catch on to Kaze, right? Quid is already heading up to where the Otacon has been started after they clean that up. The Rumble is also headed up here. And I do love, again, this Rumble ult coming out, and then it's really just the Quid show. He gets immediately onto Rebello, takes him out, is able to clean up Doom on the back half of this as River then ult in to try to help the fight in the jungle to clean up the Galio from FNB. And the big thing to me...
my KD is going to be a little rough this one.
It doesn't matter. But yeah, I think I love the way they've set up these cross-map plays. I loved initially when Quid told us on the analyst desk, he's like, yeah, we've been looking at LPL, LCK Otacons. They always go for the fight, so that's what we want to do. Yeah. They set it up beautifully with that Herald play on the bot side, using their TPs, like you said, using their globals, able to clean up the fight, and a massive gold swing in their favor.
And it's okay, Big Dokes, you're making some team plays, and he built a Bloodletter's Curse to shred magic resist for Quid.
For the Quid show. He's got his tickets also. On sale now, everybody. Quid is just a monster. 5-1-0, 2 items completed with the Seeker's Arm Guard, 5 stacks on Dark Seal, and he might even get more here. FNB is going to get locked down the Glacial Fissure defensively. Doom spotted as he's looking for the flank approach, but again, Quid just holding the line. 1v2, everybody else onto Doom. Now he's pulled back in. Big entrance from FNB will turn the play for Red. Multiple kills, a double to the top laner. Quid's in trouble, has to flash away from the wind becomes lightning. Dokla will get 1 kill on the Frosty on the side. Quid's still alive. FBI now says, tag me in. Look at all those low health bars. The Senna doing damage. Dokla's over the wall for the double kill. It's a slaughter under the turret. Triple kill to Big Dog.
He improves his KDA instantly, flashing in, and they save the team fight. I thought that shockwave from Kaze was just going to be the end for 100 Thieves, but they pulled it back. Big Dokes from the top. He made so much space. FBI hitting the whole time. That was insanity.
Initially, I thought he was going to be too late to the fight as well, right? Even when that Rumble equalizer came out, I was like, okay, it's still not going to be enough. They're still already 2 dead. But Dokla, the massive difference maker there.
Watch me. I flash.
Looks winnable. Orion on a flash.
Or no flash.
I like that, Dokes. I like that. Prep them.
Wow. You're a man.
That's the extra large Dokes.
Yeah. Cue the Mulan music. Dragons now focused up here by 100 Thieves. They will take their 3rd of the game, and wouldn't you know it, 28 kills in 27 minutes, and we might just get another one right here. Quid spots out Doom in the jungle. Doom hit up by the W, is able to get away, but now Quid says, I got a new target. FNB's here, and I took offense to that one. FNB's got to walk away. Quid still chasing him down. The damage from FBI on top is just too much. Frosty desperately trying to get his top laner out of there. Might just trade his life for it. Barely limps back to his base. Red just cannot enter their own jungle.
Yeah, Red can't enter their own jungle. Quid just looking for everyone. Meanwhile, Dokla just casually pushing in. This bot wave is River's onto Doom.
Oh, the Crescent Guard used. Both flashes invested. River thought maybe he could find the pig.
Okay, how about like a Baron bait or something?
Yeah.
Because we got a fight, but we didn't get kills. Okay, I guess didn't they see the thermometer? The thermometer was exploding.
We needed it to break even more.
It's no longer exploding.
We need more blood. Well, he actually is doing it. I mean, River's inside. They clear out the vision, and they're trying to bait Baron.
He's not stacking up the Q, though. Come on, throw that out there. It's a completely dark River.
The bait wasn't working, so
now he's actually starting Baron. There we go. Ward goes down. They'll know that he's on it. The rest of Red are headed up here.
Okay, can they approach? Frosty no ultimate, but they have Shockwave, they have Choline. The big damage dealing ultimates are available for Red as the Equalizer comes down, trying to pick off the support right now. Now engage onto the jungle if they can kill Doom. That Baron is free. Doom will fall. Red no longer have a jungler to smite contest, and the Thieves will get out like bandits in the night.
And we're not even done. They go back.
Double tongue comes in from FNB. Now they're calling in from Rebello. Alo goes for the miracle engage, but Rebello still gets a kill. Now turn attention on the FBI. Flashes to safety. Rebello's got Quid on top of him. Will go down. FBI barely dies to the Winds of War. Red are not done fighting yet.
Yeah, 100 Thieves are split. I feel like they were making a call to return to Baron, but then they had FBI and half the team, getting minions still in midway. We're not done again.
Oh, under the turret, Kaze picked off. Stolen ult from Quid, and now they want to get onto Frosty as well. All right, we'll give you that one, Quid, because he wanted River to get the kill. Steals it at the end. 18 to 18, chaos on the rip.
Oh,
all right.
This
is 100.
That was a YOLO stasis.
What is happening? Does anyone know that meme?
Yeah, what is happening? With better penmanship, but still the same meme. 100 Thieves are answering the aggression of Red and doing it in style.
I was about to say, I really liked the wherewithal from FNB to recognize that he could go for the play. We're actually starting way before that with the initial Baron bait as the Equalizer goes down. As soon as Frosty gets rooted, they're on to Red and then take out Doom, prio target before the Baron. But then I actually really like this from FNB, right? He's like, they're split. We potentially can go in. The Rel tries to go in for the engage. FNB is stuck to FBI like glue, trying to take him out. But now it's the Quiver show.
The Quiver show was canceled early. I wanted to see the golden statue because...
Golden Glue is just as confused as we are.
They were like...
Also, because they kept fighting, I don't actually know at what point in time these reactions are coming from.
Right?
I'm telling you, come see the LTA in person. You're going to be crying, laughing. This is some good stuff here.
You having fun, everybody, at the Riot Games Arena? Yeah? This is entertainment right here.
Okay, whoever interviews is going to have to interview Quid and say, was it an on-purpose ego golden statue? Because I would sign a petition for a Quid golden statue.
It's for the aura.
Yeah, exactly.
He's farming it right now. If it had just been the arm guard upgraded to Zonias, I'd say yes, but that was the Zonias just coming off cooldown right now. But getting back into the game, I mean, Baron's still on the table, but so is Dragon's Soul in 40 seconds for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, as you see, 100 Thieves, they can make it just so dangerous for Red to kind of have to come in, have to face check for vision. 100 Thieves should have complete prio over this.
The wave's already pushed. Red are going to try and catch that one here, and everyone's grouped up. We got a straight-up 5v5 Barnyard Brawl in preparation.
Quick check, FBI's at 112 Senna stacks at only 31 minutes, almost 32 minutes here, so the range is getting crazy. He's looking for harassing.
Also, River's just waiting to use his ult, right? He's just kind of waiting in fog.
Dogo throws
now
out the
he's going to
Equalizer.
turn onto the Drake.
Onto the wave. Thought maybe he could also hit Rebello right there, but Rebello's still full health. Quid now in an interesting flank right here, a little away from the rest of the team, so Red think that maybe they can engage in onto him, but he has the Crescent Guard defensively. Just doesn't take any damage right now, and the Thieves had the trap laid. Quid said, hey, I'm all alone, look at me. One answered as Rebello will find it. Actually a double kill to Rebello, but only one member of Red is still alive. FNB chased it down. Quadra for Quid. 100 Thieves are gonna give it to him. Get your tickets to the Quid show. Pentakill for Quid.
Oh my gosh. 100 Thieves games are always so much fun. That trap was set up beautifully. He had...
Look at here, guys. Yeah. Bro, my ult.
Ori has ult, has
okay.
ult. Ori has ult. Watch his ult.
Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine.
Penta here.
No flash, no flash.
Penta, 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 penta.
No flash, no flash.
Penta, 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 guys. Penta, guys.
Penta, penta, penta,
Penta,
penta,
penta,
penta,
penta.
penta.
Penta, penta,
No
penta,
flash, no
penta,
flash.
penta. Wait, wait, wait.
Yeah!
Ah!
Penta!
The most important thing in League of Legends.
Give your teammate the penta. We've seen so many homie pentas this split.
We
I
really
love it.
have, actually. Yeah, LTA teams are a lot kinder to their would-be pentakillees than some other teams I've seen from some other regions. I'll just say that.
I do want to say that this actually, we've had a lot of pentas this year, but that was Quid's first ever penta!
Congratulations, Quid! Well deserved, well earned. 12-1 and 4. We'll give you the golden idol play from earlier and the penta in the same game.
Yeah, that is mega aura.
That is mega aura. 43 kills in 33 minutes as well. One of the bloodier games that we've seen, but it's still going. Quid's looking onto Rebello, has a crescent guard yet again. His favorite ultimate to take so far. Rebello's turned down to Doko, but Quid just making it impossible for him to actually get the damage down. Quid with another kill. Crescent guard pop. Doko flashes to safety. Red commit everything to get him, and it will crumble around them. The shockwave onto 3, but still a double kill to Quid. 100 Thieves just answer every play Red throw at them.
Red trying to scatter right now to get everyone out in different directions, but they're still getting chased down.
FNB's soloing Ayla right now, or should I say Ayla's chasing down FNB. Low health bar on the Galileo. Can he actually win this one? Doom, meanwhile, getting chased by River and FBI. Ayla, just a little more damage. Come on, you can pull it off for the support mains all around the world. Do it for us. No, FNB goes into stasis, barely lives, back to the live. Quinn gets a kill under the turn. Who died? They're still alive. Both of them are still alive.
Everybody
Ayla and
except FNB. I love how 100 Thieves are always doing literally 3 objectives at the same time,
That
too.
was chaos.
This is truly a what is happening game. Squid was in the base. They're DPSing Baron.
Oh.
Both Ayla and FNB got out.
I love League of
Okay.
Legends.
I love
do
League
too.
of Legends.
This
Can we
is
write
a
that on the
great
screen,
time.
Emily? Write some I love League of Legends. This is a treat of a game here. And it's only game 2 in a best of 5. A world's qualification
My writing
match.
is so messy.
And we just got chaos on the Rift. I love League of Legends, baby. Let's go.
All right, everybody focus
Yeah.
up. Come on, everyone, focus,
All right,
focus
let's
up
be
here. Here we go.
professional.
Lock in.
Professional.
We are serious.
100
are
Thieves have a
locking in.
12,000 gold lead with the Mountain Soul.
Woof.
Do you think that they can end this game?
I do,
And
actually.
do you think that they can get 10 more kills before they end this game?
I'm
They
gonna say-
think they can, which I think is the most
It's going to
important
be hard
thing.
because you only get 5
There's
right
only
now.
5,
And you have to let them respawn.
so-
You gotta let them respawn.
It's going
I
to be
think, I
tough.
think it's only going to be 5. But they are pushing in all 3 lanes.
Right now, it's Quid all alone here on the side. He has done this so many times. Quid's just got main character syndrome right now. He's going in! 1v5 onto Red Canids. The team will back him up. Has the stasis that time around. Plus Crescent Guard. Red with blinking health bars retreat under their turrets. And there's no escape from the onslaught of the Thieves. Double kill to River. They'll chase for more. Looking at Kaze. Do they dive Frosty? The Lonely Braum under the fountain. 100 Thieves make quick work of Red Canids in game number 2. And we'll go up 2-0 in the series.
Congratulations to 100 Thieves. In game 1, we talked about their cross-map plays. Game 2 was just chaos. I can't wait to see the lounge watch all of those team fights back.
Single game to qualify for Worlds and continue the heist.
Yeah, the 100 Thieves story this year. What a roller coaster it has been. Announcing very early that the organization is going to be leaving the LTA at the end of the year. And this team had such a rough beginning as well, this split. But these 100 Thieves, they have grown together and they have really been on such a big surge throughout playoffs. And they've been able to ride that momentum here to just being 1 game away of making Worlds. So huge possibilities here for the Thieves to get to the international stage. And
Take a long time to get to Dallas.
I like
via
how
train.
this is also implying that both teams are trying to rob the train, right? To get the
true.
ticket to Dallas and Worlds.
One last job until, if they win this, one last job after that, as has been the story for the Thieves so far. Their backs have been against the wall for so long this summer split here. As now Quid versus Kaze is again going to be a match to highlight for sure. The Cassiopeia counter pick onto Kaze, who has gone blind pick all 3 games so far.
10 gold lead for that Cassiopeia.
Yeah, there you go.
They killed the ward.
Good point.
Wow.
Back it up. GG. 100 days going to Worlds.
I am curious to see too, because Thinkard kind of brought it up as far as the lane assignments possibilities later for 100 Thieves. Having a Scion and having a Ziggs gives you a lot of options because Ziggs, notoriously known for being able to wave clear quite well later on, as well as take down those towers if they do swap around.
Well, and as we see the lane assignments now, right? FNB, who is theoretically playing the Smolder top, is bot lane with this Rakan. Meanwhile, Rebello on the Kaisa is actually leaning against the Scion on this top side.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of these swaps where the AD carries go top lane, where top laners go bot lane. It's just funny that in this instance, it's 2 AD carries in both positions. But the Smolder will try his best to stack up down there while the top lane shove comes through for Rebello.
Yeah, and this is where I also think mid lane prio is going to be really huge here, as I want to see what junglers are going to do around the mid lane. A little bit of damage going down on both sides.
I want to point out the Lee Sin route here for River as well. So this is a popular route on stuff like Zed that can clear super fast, but you do the first 3 camps, or not on Zed, on other champions. He did the first 3 camps to grab his longsword on the first back. So he is going to have this like small purchase advantage for a fight on the top side if they do decide to fight up there. And Sejuani will finish the full clear a little bit earlier because not going for the recall, but I want to see if the longsword start actually means something for River.
I think you're right, Kobe. It was on Zed. I remember Tarzan doing it on Zed.
Zed can do the full clear. Zed does a similar thing.
Doesn't have to.
Zed clears so fast that he does full clear and gets 2 longswords.
More damage bot side as FNB has to flash early. Level 3, 3.5 minutes into the game, almost goes down.
So
yeah, almost goes down, and the heal burned as well from Frosty.
I want to see topside, because this is what we're talking about. Lee Sin with the extra longsword comes on the timing for the dive for River.
Perfect timing.
This is really nicely
Dokla's
timed.
got a full stacked wave under here. Rebello's got flash and ghost. Already pops the ghost as Dokla starts tanking up the turret. That's flash from Rebello. He's fighting in the wave. Dokla will sacrifice his life for this. River taking up too many turret shots, though. A 2-for-1 trade in favor of Rebello.
And that's massive. Rebello getting both of those kills on a slightly botched dive on the top side from 100 Thieves. I did like how they set it up. The execution, not as good.
Okay, so they need more than 1 extra longsword's worth of damage, I guess.
Turret does more than 1 longsword. I think that's what we just learned.
That guy's... That is big stuff for Red, though, in a must-win game in this series with so much on the line. For Rebello here, you know, lane swap up on the top side, 1v2, let's see what he can dodge. He dodges away from the E initially from Dokla, then he flashes there, the Q charge, and just creates enough distance under tower. 100 Thieves had clearly made the call. They're okay with Dokla dying, but they were probably not okay with also River dying.
He's still laughing. River can be such a troll, especially when you look at him in comms. As we take a quick look at Rebello, because we've talked so much about these 3 players who kind of got promoted from Red's Academy team. We've talked a lot about Doom. We've definitely talked a lot about Kaze because of how good he's been. But Rebello, I think, was one that surprised so many people because he just started playing League of Legends not that long ago, was a former professional Free Fire player prior to becoming a League of Legends AD carry.
Yeah, and now he's on stage getting 1v2 double kills under tower.
There you go.
As 100 Thieves try to dive him.
With his mid laner popping off for him as well. I love how these teams are so supportive of each other. We show the replay. It's not the player themselves popping off, but the teammate alongside him. But Rebello with that 2-1 lead now picks up the recurve bow and the Cull. So going to be stacking that Cull up, getting a little ahead as Dokla also answers back. And no further lane swaps. It's still Rebello in that top lane at 1v1 versus Dokla.
Yeah, he feels pretty confident up there, and Sejuani does her second clear all the way up to that top side as well. So it's going to have a little time after the full second clear. Isn't quite level 6, would need a Scuttle Crab as well on top to get to the level 6 for the truly potent Sejuani gank, but looks like he's just going to head on over. Bottom side is where the Scuttle Crab spawns, so Sejuani is out of luck up there on the top side, and a River's going to jump on that one.
Yep, and we saw a little bit of harassment coming out of Ayla just being kind of obnoxious to Frosty as he's trying to place that vision down. They get that cleared out. Meanwhile, Dokla doing a little bit of dirty farming on the top side.
Ooh, they actually find an engage here onto Kaze. Quid logging him down. Bench find Gaze in, and a kill to 100 Thieves' mid laner.
And the big difference maker here is the duo lane moving up so quickly. Ayla instantly flashes there to go for the engage.
Ayla's got flank right now. FNB could be in some trouble. Still doesn't have the flash from the earlier play, so Frosty's trying to keep him alive. Ayla goes under the turret, takes 2 turret shots, and has to walk away. Big damage onto Frosty, but Red get their top laner and support to safety.
Yeah, I thought they might be able to follow up there. Ayla took a few too many turret shots on the little attempted wraparound, potentially onto the Smolder or the Rakan. So Rakan should be able to just TP back to this lane as Doom is actually starting up this Drake now off of that play.
But we see Dokla walking down already. Quid just reset though, so no TP. I thought maybe there'd be a window 100 Thieves could look to contest, but no, they actually are going for the resets. This is a clean dragon for Red.
That's a really nice recognition of the window that Red had, right? When 100 Thieves weren't able to get the kill, they weren't able to kind of push that wave up, and it changes a dynamic that we've seen from the past 2 games, right? Where it was 100 Thieves getting this early Drake stacking, really relying on that to kind of bait Red into potentially disadvantageous fights or contest them themselves. You never know with 100 Thieves. However, nice pickup for Red. And once again, I think even though 100 Thieves are slightly ahead here, they're in a pretty stable position in this early game.
Yeah, and I want to see where the first Sejuani ult does get used for Doom here. So you've got a timer where Rakan has roam timer and Sejuani has ult. So that is just like mega engage possibilities. They're going to use it first with the Rakan roaming up to the top side to finish the push.
Might
but
just
here
use
goes
to Quid. Petrifying Gaze is still on cooldown here. It'll be up in a couple of seconds, but Doom does not fully commit to the play.
Now we see waiting in a brush from Frosty and Bello. They'll show themselves. We're going to be scrapping over the grubs. How do you like that, Kobe, as your first Sedge ult prediction? I
do like it, actually. The only thing is that Quid's ulti is ready too for Cassio, so you could do like a flash Cassio play here if 100 Thieves want to fight him on it. So I guess Red got a little nervous. They're like, we'll take one for sure with our smite, the secure one. But as soon as 100 Thieves start to collapse from their lanes, they vacate, and we actually don't get blood.
I'm surprised. We're learning. So that means 100 Thieves will end up with this objective despite the 1 grub claimed from Red. So that'll be neat for them, even up in objectives with Red having claimed the first Drake. But yeah, I mean, this Cassio is already kind of such a big threat now that her ult is back up. So Red peel off. They might be looking to overload here, though.
More progressively. They had Sejuani, but Ayla and FBI were able to back off in time. FBI throws up the laughter and the energy emote. And 100 Thieves are safe.
He's laughing because that gives up a mid-wave at the moment. Ooh. You know, that is a little bit costly there. Cassiopeia pushes another one in, and that is just going to straight up die to the tower. So the recall is also good for Cassio. So this has been very nice for Quid.
Dokla landed the full charge Q onto FNB, so then goes for the ultimate. FNB answers with his own flash. Flap away. Dokla really punishing FNBs for the approach.
Yeah, I mean, now that flash is off of the Smolder, though, as we see Rakan and Sejuani kind of both shadowing over onto this bot side. But that's big, right? We'll see if 100 Thieves will be able to punish the flashless Smolder at all in the next minute or so.
No dragon to fight for 2 minutes, but still will not have that cooldown for that dragon fight if it breaks out. Red had gotten that first one. It might put a stall to their stacking as Ayla has the Hex Flash, doesn't want to commit over the wall. Frosty was there to help out Rebello anyway, so didn't really expect much there. But only 4 kills in 11 minutes here, a more tempered game I'd say, this time around. Although they've all ramped up throughout the game, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly. Turn up the pace as soon as people start getting some items,
Yep.
maybe. And some items are starting to come in,
Yeah.
at least on the 100 Thieves side. The first ones here starting to trickle in. We did mention Quid had got a really good recall, and so he had perfect gold there, so he finished his Rod of Ages, and as well as started stacking the tier pretty early on. So the Casio with the double stacking, mana was on a very nice curve, 400 Thieves, but Red still have some decent options for themselves. Even though FNB doesn't have his flash, he has been stacking
Yeah.
pretty frequently, so you'll have to keep that in the back of your minds for later. Of course, he's only at 94 right now, almost 95. So still definitely a long ways to go.
And I just want to bring up a general trend that I noticed here. It's been 100 Thieves making a lot of the action happen. They got 2 kills to 2, but the 2 kills that Red picked up were a dive, and 100 Thieves are going for another dive. No flash on FNB, and they say, why wait for the dragon to spawn when we can kill a baby dragon under turret? It's Ayla with the kill credit.
Yeah.
The angry cow gets the last kill here, and I love when Ziggs can just like roam a quarter of the way to the lane to be able to add the Ziggs damage over there. Yeah, the alley-ope. Usually it's like, oh, 2 tanks, I could probably be okay.
Yeah.
But Ziggs bomb is the difference maker there, the extra bit of damage, and
Ooh.
now
Ooh.
Play here onto River. Doom looks for the engage, but Ayla trying to keep his jungler safe. Now he's frontlining. Rebello's getting a lot of damage in onto the Alistar. Does pick up the kill. Teleport coming in from the flank. Rebello hit by the Dragon's Rage, and now it's Quid coming in. Petrifying Gaze only lands onto 1, but Frosty will fall down. Rebello walking into all the Ziggs damage as Kaze even joins up with the fight in the TP. End of the day, it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Support's falling.
that's more like it with the scramble on mid that we see. As soon as Quid teleports in, he's like, oh, I got to slither out of here. And does make it back to safety in the end. They do answer with the extra kill onto the support. But I think it could have been worse for 100 Thieves, but Ayla has some nice little peel here on the Sejuani engage. They go for the combo. He's like, okay, I'm going to instantly go in. I'll pop my ultimate, but still, this early on, he's not able to soak enough. The kick here from River makes enough time for Quid to then teleport in, and Rebello's a bit scared, so he has to use his Kaisa ult to get under tower and get the extra shield. They still get the trailing extra kill, though.
I'm impressed that Rebello was able to live there. Quid wasn't confident enough to go for that kill. Instead, like you said, was like, I gotta get out of here. I don't want to give up my own life for this. Rebello is where a lot of the gold is for Red, though, right now. He's the one with a gold lead currently, as Dragon is started up. So if Red are going to pull anything off, I imagine it will be around the Kaisa, who is nowhere near this objective.
Yeah, and as we see the Scion headed topside, they will have a small window where they have TP advantage, as we see Quid just pushing in this wave. Bot, River will be able to claim this Drake, and they might just turn on to Doom.
Yeah, they got the Cassiopeia for damage, but Doom will walk away. Dragon secured.
And you mentioned Dokla. I mean, Dokla has been getting a lot of Scion value here. A lot of the gold lead that he has is from turret plates that he's been pushing in. Of course, he's kept up his farm really nicely, which is big for your Soul Furnace, but also getting extra money off of turret plates as well for the team, and he's laughing himself to the bank as well.
He got the Cole first, or rather finished the Cole first over Rebello as well, because he's just been farming, pushing. Rebello trying to group up with the team in some of these smaller skirmishes here. As we see the plate gold, a lot of that picked up there by Dokla.
Yeah, on all of it to the side there of 100 Thieves. Let's see, with the Rift Herald spawning up here, Ayla and Quid are first in position, but there's some deep wards that saw them kind of rotate over there that Red have up over on that blue quadrant of the jungle. So they...
100 Thieves have a trap laid. Doom has damage behind him, so they instead just go straight in onto the Smolder, grounded up, stunned up, taken down. Quid on a killing spree now, as 100 Thieves had target selection priority on the carry. Now they're on to Doom, under the turret. That dive is successful. Double kill to Quid.
Kangas, what? Can I get a second episode?
Okay, wait, Kaze, 1v1 under his turret? Was that the second episode you were
I was going to say second episode of the Quid show.
Oh, okay, yeah. Season 2?
It seemed like they just decided to fund it on the top side of the map, so it's gotten greenlit, and we are now in the process of making the second episode of the Quid show. But bottom side, Kaze here now has 2 people
has to roam warp away and does have the time to do so, so he's out of there. But the Herald's targeted by River, and it is still the Quid show. 4-0-0. The second season's been greenlit, and filming has already begun as well.
I love that. I hate when my favorite shows get canceled.
Right?
And I love the Quid show. I also really liked how 100 Thieves were able to set this up on the top side of the map, right? Kind of waiting, really good target selection, like you pointed out. And then off of that top side pressure, able to end up getting the Rift Herald, having claimed feats as well. And this entire wave is just potentially, oh no, Rise will get it.
And FMB is nicely on track with those Smolder stacking. He is at 144 at the moment and only 16 and a half minutes in the game. As we just saw, got a look at the breakpoint. So he's stacking well, even though a lot of other things are going well for 100 Thieves.
Yep.
Maybe you can always tell your team, we're scaling, don't worry, let me get my 225, and then we'll talk.
That's when the Smolder wants to come online, but again, Rebello does have still a lead over FBI. 1,000 as the Herald will charge mid, does not crack the entire turret, so no turrets have fallen on either side. But Rebello really is like the thing keeping Red in this game. It's a 3,000 gold lead to 100 Thieves otherwise. A lot of that being on the top lane, a little bit in the jungle as well. But if this Kai'Sa can do some damage, it's big for them. Turret is claimed by the Ziggs with the cheat code, so 100 Thieves will finally crack a structure.
Yep, you gotta love Ziggs, you know? How you just move him around the map and turrets die.
I can hear the love in your voice, Emily.
I just love when that happens.
I believe APA called it the Zig special.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Zig special.
This wasn't exactly what he was referring to, but I think it's a general term, I know. Red are trying to defend their own control ward here in this Tri-Brush, and we're just fighting for it regardless. There's also a dive top lane. River just kicks FNB into the wall and shuts him down.
Yeah, FNB is in a really, really tough spot if they ever decide to go in on him. This is going to be yet another turret for the Thieves as Rebello goes in.
Rebello actually went very aggressive with the ultimate, but Ayla's got his own, so not enough damage from Red, no answer.
He also has an unbreakable will.
He does.
Courtesy of Alistar.
Oh, but they just recommit for it. Oh, Ayla went in for the counter blow, but Quid! Petrifying gaze onto 3! Double kill to FBI, set up by Quid, knocked down by his 80 carry.
The Petrifying Gaze, the Ziggs ult on top of it. They didn't even need Dokla. He was TPing him on the back half of that fight, but they did not need him, and now this game is blown wide open for 100 Thieves. 7K gold lead. Quid sitting at a cool 5-0-2. This is a very scary snake, Kobe.
Yeah, episode 2 is looking good to me as well. This is action-packed. So Red made the initial engage because of the topside play. They're like, hey, we have an extra person on bottom side. Let's force it. But look at this. He puts down the miasma, so the Kai'Sa's grounded, and then he gets all 3 of them in the Petrifying Gaze.
Incredible stuff. Hard to nail a sequel, but I'm getting tickets to this show here. Quid is popping off right now. And again, FBI, the hype man as usual.
So he got a pentakill in the original. Can he follow up with another penta in the sequel? That would be pretty crazy. Regardless, he's in a commanding spot in the game, as are 100 Thieves. After the kind of map control, after getting kills on both sides of the map, which is fairly rare to win plays on both sides of the map simultaneously. They do get the dragon too.
But to your point, Kobe, the power scaling is kind of thrown out the window already. I mean, we peaked early in episode 1, and they beat it now.
We had too good of a premiere to the Quid show.
I know, yeah. Now we got to introduce like aliens or something to make it exciting.
But now, if we're looking at where 100 Thieves are at, I mean, they were able to clean up that Drake perfectly free. They've taken over, if you look at the vision on this bot side of the map, completely taken over here as they're pushing up. It's just going to be really difficult for these squishy carries, in particular FNB, who has had a really hard time stepping up anywhere. We're going in again.
Yeah, he thought maybe he could just engage onto Quid all alone, but River and Ayla were both in the pocket, so Quid's got backup. Red do not have many options right now. It really does feel like they're just waiting for that Smolder to scale.
And as we see if something else will happen on this bot side, Dokla is coming from the base!
From the base! Engage into all members. It looked cool, maybe not advised, as the rest of 100 Thieves cannot back him up, but he can flash over the wall. He's still alive. He's out of there. No Ayla for the re-engage. FNB throws in the Smolder ultimate for damage. Rebello looking for it as well onto Ayla. Rooted up, taken down. 100 Thieves will lose their support, but the Petrifying Gaze lands on a one member.
Oh my God.
A chaotic fight as Kaze, still healthy, will push back the Thieves.
I was going to point out, oh, Dokla's dirty farming. Look at him. As I was about to say that, he pops ult, comes in around
What a mad lad.
behind the base. 100 Thieves are getting a little aggressive here.
This is
did
not
not
good.
think this was going to work out.
This is
I
not
really
good.
didn't think this was going to work out.
But it was funny, Kobe. Have you given that a thought?
It was funny, Kangas, you're right. He wins the game of Red Rover, and he gets back to his team eventually, but then his team gets melted.
What the f is that?
Thank you. He said it. We're all thinking it. We're all thinking
We're
it.
not allowed to say that.
Play. Dokla was the one that called for that play.
He
Can
did
we
call for
infer
that. Yeah.
He's just coming around the side. The rest of his team was not expecting him.
Oh, we got an
We're
Otacon
on
start here by the
Otacon.
Thieves, by the way. Let's look at the teleports. FNB has it. Kaze has it, but they have no vision. Now they do, so they know that it's happening. Do Red Canids want to contest? I mean, it's already down to half health. Cassiopeia just shreds this thing, and they have the smite as well, so Otacon stolen away here. Thieves in the night to 100 Thieves.
I don't know if it was stolen. They had complete
Well, I'm
control.
using, again,
It
the
was
thief
theirs.
thing, you know, stealing
Yeah.
away, you know.
It was theirs.
The
Gotta be
best,
careful.
They
the
set-
best
they
time
set
to
up
steal
vision.
stuff is
It's-
when no one is watching it.
Exactly, yeah.
They cleared out the security cameras, aka setup vision. they pushed it out.
It's like reverse
they,
security
They pushed up really far on bot side, maybe a little too far into the enemy base, as we saw from that team fight we just went over. But yeah, completely free Otacon going over to 100 Thieves. They still are in such a commanding control of this game.
Yeah, Dokla got in their heads. The mind-boggling play.
Yes.
He could be coming from
We
anywhere.
call that the mind breaker. Like, what are they supposed to do about that? All right, well, 100 Thieves get the Otacon. And now the next objective will be in a minute and a half with this dragon. But in classic fashion, they're just staring out against each other here in Red's topside jungle. Even though there's nothing to really fight for, the Thieves are still just trying to take all this territory away.
Okay, so Smolder has passed his 225, is at 230 stacks now. Are you ready? They are only 8,000 gold behind, and an extra dragon behind, and an Otacon behind.
And that flash behind, as FNB has to flash away from another engage.
Realm Warp.
Dokla has played so aggressive with the Realm Warp. Everybody in onto the Scion, knocks up 2 with the Q, but River does not want to go in on that fight. Dokla will be punished for his over-aggression in the side lane. Shut down gold to FNB.
Shutdown actually kind of big here. All right, he's got his stacks ready. Now he can get his execute ready. He's got his Sojin all ready to complement. Let's see what 100 Thieves can do, though. They got 1 tower in payment for Big Dokes. Would you take that deal?
I think I'd take that deal. I mean, when you're...
Even if it's a shutdown to Smolder?
Well, I thought you were saying from Red's side. Yes.
Yeah,
I think you need gold on this Smolder right here. So if you're saying from 100 Thieves side,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm not taking that deal. I'm not
Yeah,
taking that one.
Yeah, I mean, I actually really like the way that Red set up that play. Again, like, I feel like their carries in particular, we saw it from FNB on the Galio previously. Here we see it from Kaze. It's kind of a team call to use the Realm Warp to overload, get on to Dokla. 100 Thieves do clean up that turret mid, and it is still going to be a little difficult for Red to kind of contest 100 Thieves head on as Dokla's now back on the map.
Engage comes through here. The Glacial Prison lands with a Smolder ultimate on top, but not enough damage to really go all in. And I think Red are going to have to back off right now. The Dragon has spawned, but they do have TP for Kaze. So he goes, heals back up in the base, can look to re-engage.
They have TP for Kaze, but they also don't have those ultimates anymore, right? So we'll see how they necessarily want to contest this if they do.
Looks like they're backing off. Yeah, without the engage tool of the Sejuani ult and the damage from Smolder ult, it is a 3rd dragon secured by the Thieves.
Okay, next up, rotate over to that Baron and rinse and repeat. Sejuani ultimate is still down, so they're going to head right on over to this area, look if they can get some bait action going on, if anyone from Red will face check.
So far, it's just Kaze nearby as he's on that top wave. Looks to go for another reset here. River's just taking away all the jungle camps now, suffocating that gold lead, giving so few options for Red to even get back into this game. I mean, the Raptors are spawning here soon for Doom, but like this Sejuani just cannot get gold in their pocket.
Yeah, and Kaze sticks up here for another wave after he saw all those 100 Thieves members moving into this top side of the map, getting that vision down. Around the Baron area, Frosty is going to replace some of Red's vision there. So now, yeah, it really is just kind of a scrap for vision for Red. See if they can get some sort of neutral objective setup where they can use the Realm Warp cleverly like they did before, where they can get the Smolder damage down and the damage potentially coming in from this Kaisa to assassinate a prio target like the Ziggs, like the Cassio.
And it's at that point in the game where I want to remind everybody this is backs against a wall for Red Canids. If they lose this game, if they lose this next fight, their entire year might be over in Tier 1 competitive League of Legends. It's going to be a long ride to make it to Dallas and Worlds, but it would start with a Game 3 win. They are heavily backs against the wall.
And for this next fight, FBI did just lock in his hat there, so those Ziggs bombs are going to be doing even more damage.
Ooh, River goes very far forward, looks to find a pick on a Doom. Dragon Rages him back, but now he's engaged on. It's jungler for jungler, as now Ayla, new frontline, Dokla tags in as well. Quid's walking forward very aggressively. Cassiopeia is trying to like dance around, figure out which way to go, and it's in on Akaze. They have the damage. The poison surely finds it. Dokla with the kill credit, but now Dokla could be in some trouble. FNB, the smolder damage coming through. Rebella now finds himself in a 1v2. He'll get one, but is taken down. 100 Thieves get aggressive in Red's jungle and will win the fight with a 2 for 3.
All right, FNB, he could flap around looking for people, but it is a little bit dangerous.
Important thing is that the smites went down, so I don't think anybody gets Baron off of that type of play.
Yeah, the junglers
The junglers
go
went down too.
instantly. So junglers, as you say, they're going to go down instantly here because River wants to kill Doom, so he kicks him back, but then Sejuani bumps him right back in, so they get blown up. Then we've got the re-engage here for Ayla. Dokla barely curves his ultimate around that wall, so he gets into range here and can get his Q onto Kaze to knock him up and interrupt the Realm Warp. So they do get that extra kill. Then in the end, we have the supports going down.
Oh,
Wait.
and whoa, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a death cap.
Wait.
Ziggs ult right there. Frosty just gets picked right as we come back into live, so that means no support for Red as the Baron has started.
Yeah, I didn't see how that's set up, but I assume he just walked over a ward, and 100 Thieves saw the potential for the pick, so now they will be on this Baron, and it looks like Red are not even going to contest this. You already see Rise pushing in on this bot side of the map, and the rest of Red kind of following.
Was it just Sion sitting on a control ward and he just Q channeled?
Oh,
Yeah, he just Q
Yeah.
channeled. He's on a control ward and he just Q channels to set up the Ziggs bomb.
Oof.
Nice. That's all it takes.
Bam.
The control ward here opens up a space for the Assassin Scion to set up.
And now it's a 10,000 gold lead plus the Baron power play coming through here for 100 Thieves. Such few options for Red Canids at this point in the game. They're going to have to find a miracle right now. It's 2 items on the Smolder, full stacked, but just doesn't have that many items to get through the armor of Dokla, to get through the health bar of River and Quid.
Yeah, Dokla literally has 4 items to Smolder's 2
Yep.
at the moment. And Dragon is approaching very quickly. Dragon Soul only 45 seconds away.
Well, that answers that question. FMB just purchased an entire item right there, so
Yeah.
rapid fire cannon completed. Now it's 3 items, but still that doesn't help you get through the armor as much. It just helps you get some damage from afar and spread that passive. Let's see. Ooh, aggressive from Quid right here, flashing in on the Kaze, but he's able to walk away. No flash in on the Cassiopeia, but now the rest of 100 Thieves engaging onto the front line. It's Doom who's got a flash to safety. Red are just getting pincered in the mid lane. In goes River. Can't quite find it from the quickness, but now Ayla to the turret. Dokla with a knockup as well. 100 Thieves want to end this game, end this series right here, right now. Red under their inhibitor turrets will fall. 100 Thieves will stand tall. Red Canids picked up a series win against North earlier last weekend, but they will not do it again. 100 Thieves look to march in and take this game.
This weekend, the North goes 6-0 versus the South.
100 Thieves have 1 member of Red in front of them. The heist is going international. A 3-0 for 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves are going to Worlds.
We heard it from Dokla when you talked to him at the beginning of the day, Kobe. Last time, qualified for Worlds on this side. This time, we're qualifying for Worlds on the other side of the stage. Fantastic games from 100 Thieves. Very fun games from 100 Thieves as well. They were really enjoying themselves today while they punched that ticket.
Yeah, they were definitely having some fun there. A lot of loose plays, especially
Quinn was
once
feeling
they
it,
got
man.
fed. Yeah.
I mean, he gets the pentakill, but right before that, the golden idol there at the end flashing for the final play as well.
Yeah, as we see 100 Thieves take a victorious bow